America or Donald Trump will feel that he has been trapped. It is not easy to get out of it, so it is going to face lots and lots of problems at every level. Israel overestimated himself or his potential then, and he underestimated Iran. Russia is going to gain a lot after this war or during this war. India will be badly affected by this war. Price of commodities will increase, petrol and other gases will also increase. Namaskar, this is Dr. Ajai Bhambi. Today we are going to discuss America-Israel versus Iran conflict and geopolitics, nature of the current conflict, the ongoing tensions involving the United States, Israel, and Iran can be described primarily as a geopolitical and strategic conflict with elements of a proxy and economic war. The core issue is the struggle for regional influence and security in the Middle East, a region that is crucial for global energy supply and international trade routes. The United States supports Israel and seeks to maintain stability and influence in the region, while Iran aims to expand its regional influence and resist Western dominance. This rivalry is expressed not only through direct military tension but also through direct methods such as alliances with regional groups, economic sanctions, cyber operations, and strategic positioning around vital energy corridors like the stars, like the Strait of Hormuz. Because major global powers such as Russia and China have strategic interests but avoid direct military involvement. The conflict is often described as a regional war embedded within the broader global geopolitical competition. According to Vedic astrology or Hindu calendar, our new year begins on the Chaitra Paksh Shukla Pratipada, which generally falls in the month of March and sometime in April. This year, New Year is beginning from 19th April 2026. At the time of New Year, the planetary combinations are such which we are. The cuspal chart is rising Pisces, and most of the planets are positioned in the 12th house, that is Sun, Moon, Neptune, Saturn, Mercury, Rahu, Mars. Venus exalted is placed in the Lagna, Pisces, and Jupiter has occupied the third house. Uranus is placed in the second house, Pluto in the 11th, and Ketu in the sixth house. This planetary combination indicates, of course, this is a Delhi's time. We have taken Delhi's time because we have to assume something. And when we talk of world horoscope, there is no such world horoscope. So we have to start from country to country. So today we are talking India, taking the Indian time. That time, we are taking that time when the new year is beginning, and we have followed the same pattern while predicting the other countries. We'll discuss India later on. Let me discuss first America. When we calculate, take the time of Washington, America, then the cuspal chart is rising Libra Lagna, and you can see the planets, most of the planets are placed in the fifth house, and Lord of the Lagna means Libra, that is Venus, is placed in the sixth house along with Saturn, and Jupiter has occupied the ninth house, as you can see there. This combination indicates that America was bluffed by Israel to enter into this conflict. And this was not the right time for America to enter into this conflict. This combination indicates that there is going to be a lot of opposition of Donald Trump. And the general public will also oppose him, and many institutions, even school children, college students, they will have agitation against Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is going to face a lot of problem. When we say Donald Trump is going to face problem, it means America is facing problem. America is hemmed in this war between Israel and Iran. This is going to create a bad reputation for America, and what American thought they can benefit from this war by getting the control of economics like petrol and other avenues, they are not going to succeed in their plans and they might face problems. And Americans' position, financial position, will also suffer a setback due to war expenditure, unnecessary war expenditure. Somewhere down the line, America or Donald Trump will feel that he has been trapped. It is not easy to get out of it, so it is going to face lots and lots of problems at every level. Now let us have a look at the Israel's Cuspal chart. This chart indicates, this chart I'm just repeating the planets. The rising Cuspal chart is Capricorn, and there Mercury, Rahu, Mars are placed. In the second house, Sun, Moon, Neptune, Saturn, Venus are placed. Uranus has occupied the fourth house. Jupiter placed in the third house. Ketu has occupied the seventh house, and Pluto has occupied the 12th house. This combination indicates that Israel overestimated himself or his potential then, and he underestimated Iran. And it's a shock, and as we can see, it's a shock for him, shock for the entire country. And Netanyahu, he thought if this war will be over in few days. Perhaps Donald Trump also thought, but that is not the case, because when we see the Cuspal chart of the Israel, then I'll let you know how the things are going to turn around. At the moment, this Israel chart indicates that he has made fool of himself. He might have thought with this way he can expand his geopolitical situation in the world, in the Western world, but that will not happen, and he's going to face very bad time in coming months also. If we look at the Cuspal chart of the Iran, rising star is Aquarius, and 4 5 planets, I think more than 5 planets are placed in it. Sun, Moon, Neptune, Saturn, Mercury, Rahu, Mars are placed in the Lagna. And Venus is occupied second house and Jupiter is placed in the fifth house. Uranus in the third house, Ketu in the seventh house. This indicates, as it is we know, this Iranian race is a very stubborn race. They are Shias and they believe in dying. They die for Muhammad, they die for the gods. So now they are hell-bent to teach a lesson to America as well as Israel. They may be bruised, they may be dying, as it is, Khomeini has died, many more people have died, but they are not worried because people are supporting. When you are ready to die, then nobody can kill you because killing becomes no sense. You are ready to die. The fear starts when you want to live and want to save everything. Iranian is a different race and they believe in dying, and you cannot kill them. You cannot kill everybody. Their spirits cannot be killed. You can kill their assets and all that, but you cannot kill their spirits, and this is what is going to shock Netanyahu and Donald Trump. There are few countries which are going to be benefited by this war, and this is very strange. Some countries are face disaster, others going to gain a lot in this process. That is, first country is Russia. When you think of Russia, when you plan Russia's chart, the chart is very much there. This chart indicates the rising star is Sagittarius. Pluto, Mercury, Rahu, Mars are there in the Lagna, ascendant, and second house is occupied by Sun, Moon, Neptune, Saturn, Venus, fourth by Uranus, sixth by Jupiter, seventh by Ketu. This combination indicates that Russia is going to gain a lot after this war or during this war. What will happen? They will they will get good market. They can sell their crude oil, they can sell the other things, and despite of being sanctions, put on them, they will still gain good. There will be a lot of good gains, and Russian economy will rise. and this war will be greatly benefited to Russia. Although Russia is already engaged with Ukraine, and it's difficult for them. But despite of all that difficulties, Russia is going to be benefited. And tomorrow, after war, many people will like to do some business with them, and Russia can sell this equipment to different warrior countries. So this war will benefit hugely Russia. Now we are discussing China, the cuspal chart of China. As we can see there, it is Taurus is the ascendant, and second house occupied by Jupiter, fifth by Ketu, 10th by Mercury, Rahu, and 11th by Venus, Saturn, Mars, Moon, Neptune, Sun, and 12th by Uranus and ninth by Pluto. So this combination indicates, as you can see, most of the planets are in the 11th house. So China is also going to be benefited. China, as it is, actually this war has a lot of this war has a lot of significance because America want to have the control on all the assets like crude and other things, and wants to do business with other countries. It doesn't want Russia and China to grow. But China is already sitting on a strong foot, and China is also the another country who is going to be hugely benefited, that is China. And China and Russia are not involved directly in the war, so the war negative impact of war will not be there. Let us have a look at the cuspal chart of India. The cuspal chart of India, the rising star is Pisces, along with Venus in the Lagna, Jupiter in the fourth house, and 12th house is badly occupied by Sun, Moon, Neptune, Saturn, Mercury, Rahu, and Mars, Uranus in the second house, Ketu in the sixth house. This combination indicates that India will be badly affected by this war, and especially as far as oil is concerned and other assets are concerned. So Indian government has to put extra taxes on the people, and that may earn a bad name for the government. So government is going to be suffer due to this war affair because the planetary combination is not very good. So for India, it's not a good period as far as the impact of war is concerned. The same impact will be seen in Pakistan. Pakistan will be worse than India because Pakistan's horoscope indicates there will be a lot of hassles, lot of problems, lot of opposition, and lot of problems will rise there. The same way, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Bhutan, they all will suffer. So this part of the world is going to suffer the negative impact of the war. Although war is happening in the West Asia, and here in the Southeast Asia, these countries are going to be suffer. Some newspaper asked me when this war broke out, what would be the future of this war? And I made a Prashna Kulli, which we call horary astrology, on 1st of March 2026, and the planetary position indicates, and this article has been published also, which we are going to insert here. At that time, Leo ascendant was rising, Ketu in it, and seventh house is hugely afflicted by Sun, Rahu, Mars, Mercury, and Venus. Eighth house is occupied by Saturn and Neptune. So when we are looking at this chart, that's what we mentioned. This war is not going to end very soon. War is going to last at least for a month or so. And secondly, this war will create bad reputation for America. And we also said, it was published also in the newspaper, and we said Iran will not surrender easily. And that is what is happening. So this war can continue, and this war will have a bad impact on the entire world's economy, because after this, price of commodities will increase, petrol and other gases will also increase, and there will be a restless sort of situation in coming months. Maybe the entire year is going to be affected badly by this war, and in a war nobody wins, everybody loses, but still people like to go into war because man basically has a warrior instinct in him. If he cannot, if it, when a man is weak, then he fights with himself. As a man starts getting strength, then he starts fighting others. And if a man become powerful like Trump, then he can fight with the whole world.
एस्ट्रोलॉजी की सटीक जानकारी के लिए विश्वविख्यात एस्ट्रोलॉजर अजय भांबी के यूट्यूब चैनल ABC चैनल को सब्सक्राइब, लाइक और शेयर करें। लेटेस्ट अपडेट के लिए बेल के बटन पर जरूर क्लिक करें।